What's up, guys? Hope you're having a fantastic week so far. Once again, bringing our Warhammer video for you guys. Decided doing our 5-ish minute lore video just 'cause we haven't done one in a little bit, and there's plenty of them to go through, so I thought we should just keep on playing those. It's over someone called Abaddon. Might be saying that wrong, so if I am, please tell me in the comments. But there's one thing I remember from 5-ish minute lore video is to expect unexpected, because it's a lot of jokes, a lot of just what the hell, if I want to really put it, as it is. But I'm excited because these videos are really good. And so if you've never watched these videos and it's your first time watching it with me, I recommend you check them out in the description. Show them some love. They do a great job in these videos to put a lot of character into it. You guys like and subscribe as well. We're getting close to that 300 marker. I think we're like 40 something away. So I think. So if you guys have not liked and subscribed yet, please do that. I really appreciate it. And let's get to it.
Medicaid warning. The views expressed in 5-ish minute lore, the lore delivered in rants, are sanctioned by their scholar Progenium as excess rageous. Prolonged exposure can result in loss of IQ, high blood pressure, random outbursts, and blunt force trauma to the skull, resulting in unconsciousness. Please consult your local physician for more information.
Abaddon the Dismailer.
Damn! How's that? Wait, does this man have like a sword coming out of his head? What is this? What the? I had to look deep into that for a minute. Like, I'm looking at his claw hand. He's like a big old stick coming. Okay. Why not?
Each time he
of course, it
loses
skulls
a
too.
battle, his top knot gets a little taller, and his
Space Marine helmet.
get a little shorter.
Interesting.
Want a quick summary of who and what Abaddon is? Okay, here we go. Abaddon is that annoying kid in high school whose dad is a total badass and thus spends all of his time massively overcompensating to try to show everyone else that he's a bigger badass than his dad and winds up just looking completely pathetic.
Damn.
The biggest problem with Abaddon is the way he's just supposed to be the champion of Chaos Undivided, while at the same time he inspires as much in the way of leadership and charisma as Dunkin' Donuts can push weight loss programs. He's the champion because he's supposed.
Okay, hold on a minute. We could dish on, Dunkin' Donuts, but you can't deny that their donuts are great. So who gives a shit about losing weight and stuff? If you got Dunkin' Donuts and you get a donut, eat it. Okay? Who cares? It's good stuff, especially the jelly-filled ones. A lot of people don't like those, at least I know. I love jelly-filled donuts. They just hit different. I don't know why, they just do.
Supposed to be the champion and not much else. He's the leader of the armies of chaos in much the same way one can claim to be a herder of cats, and frankly it's not all that hard to convince followers of chaos and demons to do something mean-spirited. Hell, all it took for Khorne to get Angron to launch a campaign against the planet was to literally throw him and a bunch of cultists on a ship and dump him into orbit of Armageddon. The forces of chaos made the orcs look like a well-disciplined and drilled force by comparison, and that's not an exaggeration. Meanwhile, Abaddon calls himself War Master, so the title means anything, while Lead Fry Cook would be more apt and accurate. Abaddon has managed to herd enough cats to launch 13 Black Crusades, and if you need to know what a Black Crusade is, envision every cat lady in the world living in the city of St. Louis, and every once in a while one of the cat ladies finds out that a PetSmart somewhere is having a sale on Special Kitty salmon-flavored kitty treats, and the ad tells them to bring all their feline friends. So basically what happens is out of the city of St. Louis comes a herd of Ford Focuses filled to the brim with cats and cat feces.
That's awesome.
And that comparison is actually very accurate. Only instead of an endless wave of cats and cat ladies in Ford Focuses who smell like 5 years of combined body odor and rotten dairy products, you get a seething mass of teeth, claws, and flesh that smells like 5 million years of combined body odor and rotten dairy products. For the longest time, Abaddon was pushed forward in our face as the big baddie by GW, but he was about as threatening as a kitten trapped in a wet paper bag. Out of the original 13 Black Crusades, Abaddon has only been nominally successful in some of them. They mainly consisted of GW having Abaddon fail drastically, yet somehow claiming victory by achieving some nominal esoteric gain. In the first Black Crusade, he wound up getting a sword that made him stupidly strong, but he still got owned physically and emotionally by a 1,000-year-old Black Templar. The 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 7th, 8th, and 10th were barely worth mentioning because of how little actually got done during them. The 6th was essentially Abaddon backstabbing another Chaos Warband from his parent Legion. The 9th consisted of Abaddon's Black Legion getting depleted brutally by none other than the Lamenter's chapter. And if you're so bad at what you do that the most luckless chapter of Space Marines in history stops you in your tracks, you need to rethink everything. The 11th Black Crusade consisted of Abaddon displaying incredible tactical genius by dropping his entire fleet on top of a wall of orcs, and the Imperials just stood back with confused expressions as the orcs and the Black Legion fought for months until they were forced to retreat. Now, each time you look at one of these abject failures,
who would drop your entire like army on top of orcs? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're dropping it onto probably the one species that is hoping that you drop your troops on. Like they're like, please drop your guys on so we can beat the shit out of you guys. That's literally what they're probably thinking. And he did it, and they loved it. Like that could probably work against any other legion just because of the faction, just because of the fact that you know, not all of them are psychotic, you know, fighting murderous creatures. The orcs happen to fit that role, as we learned in one of my past videos. So, not a really strategic move. Okay.
failures. Remember, Abaddon is supposedly the greatest evil mastermind in all of 40k.
Another
It
thing
doesn't matter
said.
that he continuously threw billions, if not trillions, of cultists, demons, and traitor Astartes against Cadia trying to break his defenses, only to do absolutely nothing.
That picture was hard.
No, you see, he was just doing that to distract the Imperium so he could test a curse, or so he could stop a dead saint from ruining his plans for the future, or try to find new ways out from the Eye of Terra. Yeah, or he did it to gain the favor of Zinch. Yeah!
What? Please don't tell me this guy did what I think he did. What is this? Why? Why? Listen, I know these videos could be a little more screwy. I never needed to see this. Ever.
Now, by the time the 12th Black Crusade rolled around, Abaddon figured he needed to stop being an utter joke. He stole a pair of Death Star on steroid ships called Blackstone Fortresses and blew up one world in the Gothic sector that he was apparently trying to capture. He was in there fighting for 20 years and eventually got ran off by the Imperial Navy, taking both the Blackstone Fortresses back through the Eye of Terra. Then you had his crowning achievement, the culmination of all his wicked, dick-dastardly plans, the 13th Black Crusade. This was going to be crazy. This was going to be it, you guys. Oh boy, here we...
Para que vaya a recoger la paellera. Y me acuesto en su, allá para abrir el restaurante que era el arroz. Y me llama el cocinero. Risita, ¿qué? Ve por la paellera. Venga, que las 2 de la tarde ya están aquí. Miren, bañador. En las chanclas. Todo despeinado porque no me dio tiempo nada ponerme las chanclas y el bañador. Voy a la playa, había subido la marea.
Entire Mago in space. You're 6 sectors away.
Y la encontré porque estaba la paellera agarrada entre las piedras de Chipiona, del faro. Y cuando entro en el restaurante me ve con una paellera y adentro la vende paellera. ¡Asómate, mira dónde llega el agua! Llegaba el agua hasta el restaurante. Había subido la marea.
Let's go.
¡Hay que hacerlo ahora! Con los 2 sacos de arroz. ¡Ay, llama para Sevilla! ¡Llama a Sevilla que traigo
What a joke.
What I just
what an
watched.
utterly pathetic and sad, decrepit joke of a villain. 10,000 years of supposed planning and schemes only to wind up stuck with a foothold on Cadia and his fleet destroyed overhead. What a pathetic What happened? I feel time has been ripped away somehow. Events are not as I remember them. What's changed? What happened? I feel so disoriented, confused. Only one weapon can do this. Only one weapon could do this much damage. I'm confused, lost. GW, deploy the Retconia. Why the Retconia?
Oh, what's going
Where's
on?
Cadia? What happened to Cadia? Why does Gilliman have an Eldar waifu? And who is this Chaos leader? It can't be. Something has gone horribly wrong. That can't be Abaddon. It can't be. Abaddon doesn't have arms.
I know what I just watched. I'm completely stumped on that ending. I'm gonna tell you guys, I had no idea what that ending was. So if you guys can clarify that in the comments, please tell me, because I am lost. The last like 2 minutes, I was just lost. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, last 2 minutes plus, I was lost. I had no idea what was going on. You know, it's just like trying to read everything that was on the screen. Got some of it, but some things I was just like, what? You know, and then I skipped to the ending part, and I was just completely lost. So I'm probably missing something, and saying that you guys know more than me in this. You know, basically everything when it comes to 40K, no more than I. Um, you guys probably understood that really well, and you can explain to me in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I did until last 2 minutes. Like I said, no idea. No idea. I was lost, and I have been since I started Warhammer. But the original video will be in the description. Make sure you guys show them some love. Like and subscribe to all that fancy stuff. You guys have been absolutely phenomenal. So I appreciate you guys 100%. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.